Hey everybody, check this thing out here behind me. 1968 Firebird convertible. I had an invitation to come check out some property that had a bunch of cars on it. I'm trying to keep it on the down low as for what's all here on the property, so I can't show you everything, but I can definitely show you about these Firebirds, and that's why I'm here today, to help this guy decode, unsolve the mystery of what these things are, and maybe determine the value, because they are for sale. So I'm going to show you what we have. You guys let me know what you think, and shoot me some numbers, or if you're interested, let me know here in the comments.
Well, let's do a little walk around here. Check this thing out. It's just sitting out in the weather for quite some time, obviously, so it's aged, to perfection, you could say. But it doesn't look too bad here on the outside. But we start poking around on the inside, checking the bones of it. Well, that's a little different story. But all in all, it's a 80% complete car. It is obviously convertible, but we have severe weight reduction, no trunk floor whatsoever. So obviously, someone's working on it here. There are no top cylinders here, it appears, or pump motor. So kind of wonder if it's a power top car. We'll check the switch here in just a second, but here's what you get. Not a whole lot on the inside. Pretty bare bones. Now, last time I opened the door on a convertible, it basically folded in half, but I guess here we go. And hey, look at this. It didn't move. This car has potential. But anyway, nonetheless, still has the dash in the car. That's some great news. That's good to see. Well, that's an interesting kind of color. That's like a burgundy. I'll check the paint coat on it here in a minute, see what color that was. As for the floorboard, yep, definitely has some holes here. It looks like on the clock, 93,544. And then, actually, let's check to see if that switch is down here under the dash. Yeah. Hey, check this out. Hey, it was probably a power top car. Looks like someone moved all the goodies out, but glove boxes here, door panels are there, but she needs some love. Well, let's jump under the hood here. Check this thing here. We have a power brake booster, so most likely a power brake car. And it appears to be maybe a disc brake master cylinder, but I'll dig into that in a minute. Now, the engine, yeah, we're missing some pieces, but look at this here, 00. It's a 400 block. Definitely not original to this car, but that has some potential. Definitely seized up. Now, if you poke around here in the corner, there should be a vibration dampener on the passenger side front, and looks like it's a light. Yeah, there we go, light. Yep, we do have a vibration dampener on this side. Let's check the driver's side. And this one here is 2. So we got 2 of the 4, but we'll check the trunk here in a minute. Now, the engine, she needs some definite love, but it could probably make it work in. But I'll poke my head here inside the rim, and it looks like, I see a caliper. It's kind of hard to tell. Let's see. Yep. There we go. Yes. Definitely a front disc brake car. That's actually pretty awesome. But while we're down here, we'll take a peek at this rocker panel, because it didn't buckle when I opened the door. That's a good sign. But how bad is it? And this side's looking pretty decent still. Even the pinch weld looks decent. And here in the front, that's good as well. So, hey, that's a good start. Jump over here to the passenger side and take a peek, and it's not good. Actually pretty bad shape here where the front fender mounts up. That's actually got a big hole. Rocker panel is bad, so this one either needs replaced or repaired, but down the rest of the car doesn't look too bad. So you might be able to section a patch on the outside of that rocker panel. Door's got a hole in it just the same. So the passenger side needs a little more work. I'll make a move back into the trunk to check for those other 2 vibration dampeners. And driver's side, MIA, and passenger side, nowhere to be found. So 2 of the 4, I guess, isn't too bad. But looking down here, let's see, we have a Pontiac 10-bolt. That's a good sign. And this is a vintage leveling system. That's actually a pretty creative way to get the car back up off the ground. I kind of like that. Might use that in the future. All right, walking the property here, did a little research and digging and finding, and look at this, found some 1968 Firebird seats. Look, no headrest, so definitely probably the original seats to that car. Let's take a peek at the body tag, 253 and N1. What's that translate to us? Well, the N is the paint code, which is Flambeau Burgundy. That's that cool color I saw there on that rocker panel. So that would be a really neat color when it's all done, restore back to original if you go that way. And the 1 refers to the top. And being a convertible, it would have been ivory white top on this car. So those 2 colors together would look fantastic. And the 253 tells me it was Strato bucket seats, and they were black. So those seats we just found were definitely probably the original seats to this car. So that's an added bonus to put this car back together. Now, I found a picture of what this car would look like if it was restored back to Flambeau Burgundy. Man, that is really a very pretty color.
All right, so we have one more car to look at before I get out of here. I like to think, or like to say that I've probably have saved the best for last, I hope. But I'll let you guys be the judge. But check this thing out right here.
Okay, so maybe it's not quite that pretty yet, but it could be. It has potential. But even like this here, a 400 hood painted the same as the rest of the car. So kind of think this car may be a 400. So let's try to prove whether or not it was without going to PHS to get that done. Inside, geez, rusty. Floorboards are bad. Floor pans are bad. That is a floor pan laid on top of the rusty floor. It is a center console car. That's a plus, and it appears to be a manual transmission cut out. No pedals, no steering column. It has some patchwork, some pop rivets, so it's had some repairs over the years, but yeah, she needs some definite love, but it is not beyond repair. Now, looking right here is what I'm talking about. That carousel red is poking through all over the place. This is appears to be the original color, but I want to check the body tag here. That'll tell us more of the story. It should be a 72 if it's carousel red. Got a couple of front fenders, potentially the original ones, can't tell. Now here's that body tag here. I'll see if I can't make out. Hold on a second here. Tag out. Yep, 72. Top and bottom will be carousel red. Now I can't say I've seen too many carousel red cars at the car shows that were originally that way, so it'd be kind of cool to restore this and back to original. And I'm almost kind of thinking this thing was a 400 car. We're going to try to prove that because that hood is painted that carousel red, and we just proved that was the original color. All right, definitely AC. No AC car. Rusted out rocker and door jamb, and the rear door jamb is completely missing. Now poke your head around the back of the car. Someone put some quarter skins on top of the old metal, but here's one of the big things here. No rear frame rail whatsoever, no trunk floor. Definitely has some doctoring underneath the side of this car and needs a whole lot more work to get it back up to speed. But definitely not beyond repair. Now, I've seen a whole lot worse come back to life. And this one being here, check this out. This is a carousel red car, and I absolutely love that color. Would love to see this car back on the road, and also love to prove this thing's at 400 while we're here visiting.
Well, as you can tell, a lot of pieces are missing off that car there. Good news is there's a chance it's here on the property. We got several acres to hike and look around. I've already found quite a bit of stuff here, just an eyesight, kind of looking around. And I've been told there's some stuff hiding under some of the trees here on the property. He's kind of showing me the way to go for some of the parts, but I'm going to keep digging through these piles to see how many pieces I can collect. Now, so far at this point, my gut kind of says we've got 75, 80% of the parts located. Maybe not all of them are here, but I think the big ticket expensive things are probably here on the property. I'll show you what piles we found, what's in those piles, so you guys get a good educated guess on what you're making an offer on. That way you can kind of tell, hey man, that's too much of a project, or maybe that's enough that I can work with. And the good news is a lot of stuff's available aftermarket or on the old interweb. There's a lot of people selling used parts or stuff, so you can still definitely piece this car together. But the most important thing is we found the majority of it, and let me show you what we have.
First up here is a pile of bits and pieces. Appears to be a subframe, some headlight pieces, and look at this right here. Disc brake spindle, so it may be a disc brake car. That's an added bonus. Now underneath here you'll see, let's see, like leaf springs, I can't even tell, a hood support or hood latch, cross member. Looks like a 350 or 4-speed cross member, and here's a Pontiac 10 bolt. I would suspect maybe original to that car, kind of hard to prove, it's pretty rusty, but I got some parts here, and I got some more to keep on digging. We'll go to the next pile. Now this pile here is kind of interesting. All around this tree here at the base, check it out, there's like where all the grass is not growing. I had to dig all this stuff out. I found the heater box, I found the wiper motor, and one of the coolest things I actually found, look at this here. This is a master cylinder for disc brake with proportioning valve. So I'm going to say, hey, good chance that car was a disc brake car, so that's extra cool. Then we got a glove box door, headlight buckets, some more of those, armrests, miscellaneous pieces, power steering gearbox, which was missing off that subframe. But one of the coolest things is over here, walking over to the other side of the property. This is what I was told was the original engine to that car and transmission. Now here's the thing about that engine. Here's the casting number of the block, 9790071. That would be correct for 1969 400. So we're off to a good start. Now looking at the engine, it's definitely been sitting outside for quite some time. And unfortunately, no spark plugs. So this is not a good sign. This engine may not be any good. Now looking right here on the front of the block, let's check and see if it was a manual transmission stamping. See if I can make out the letters here, and it appears to be, yep, that looks like a WZ. So this is the original block. This was a manual transmission 400. We know it's 1969 and manual transmission. The last way to prove it is down here on the bottom. The last 6 of the VIN or so is stamped right here in the block. So I know what the number is. I can't share it, but I want to go check the car now. So what we've learned then, this transmission definitely does not go with this engine, and most likely not that car.
Well, that's a pretty cool find, 1969 Pontiac 400 for a manual transmission car on top of that. And I'm pretty sure that VIN number matches the body, but I'm going to go check it and compare it to the body. If it is, we have just located the numbers matching engine here on the same property, hiding under the tree here, which is definitely kind of little different scavenger hunt for me. It's been kind of cool finding parts all over this property for this car. But nonetheless, I've got probably about 70% of the car now located. So then I keep digging, I might find some more of it. But so far, so good. If this is the numbers matching engine, major bonus and a score.
And during my hike back here, check this out right here. A couple inner fender wheels for 1969 Firebird in the back of this truck bed. So it's amazing what's hiding all over this place.
Well, to add even more fun to the scavenger hunt, I was just informed that some of the parts are in one of his storage buildings here. So at least he believes it to be 69 Fire parts. We're going to go check those out next.
And what we have here, 1969 taillights, 1969 Firebird seats with headrests, couple 69 grills. That one's kind of broken. Now this is the original seat. This is cool. That's a fold down rear seat, so that'd be added bonus. There's a bumper, but not 400, automatic console, so I don't think those are original to this car, but this cowling, there's that orange paint again. Oh, sorry, carousel red, so that's probably original to that car outside. And knowing now that we do, that is definitely a 400 car, so that 350 badge doesn't go. The question of the day, was it really a 400 Firebird? Well, the windshield VIN, 537. The firewall VIN here by the blower, 537. And the engine block was also 537. This transmission, not for this car. So we do in fact have a Firebird 400. If it were restored, it would look just about like this car in this picture.
Now, I'll have to say it's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime find, finding a Firebird 400 4-speed carousel red with the numbers matching engine on the property. Now, the car, you can tell she needs a lot of love, but it has potential. You see me fix worse. I know you guys out there can do just the same. So again, if this is something you might be interested in, hit me up in the comments, let me know, and I'll see if I can't work out a deal, or shoot me some numbers, what you think this car might be worth to you. And of course, if you need some more pictures, let me know just the same. And of course, if I get the opportunity, I'd love to actually get a hold of this car myself and restore it. Imagine that, 1969 Firebird 400 4-speed carousel red car with numbers matching drivetrain. That'd be pretty cool. But nonetheless, hope you guys found this stuff pretty cool and exciting. Hope to find some more deals like this or opportunities to find some cool things hiding in the woods. So one of the first times actually it is the first time I've ever found a 400 car. So this is pretty exciting for me. So I wanted to share it with you guys just the same. So appreciate you following me on the journey. If I find some more stuff like this, grab the camera and we'll catch you guys then.